If you like this stuff, please subscribe. Hey, hit that like button. Alright, here's a good example of what you'll find on a lot of these old engines where like this is just all corroded up, and really for the most part, so I just sliced this back long ways. And I'll just take some clippers and clip this off, but what we'll find is that this is all gonna corrode back, and so you kind of have to take some careful, consideration here. And so if we went all the way up, I mean, obviously it would just be gone. But what we can do is, because obviously we're gonna have to cut this back some. So the water is still actually good. I mean, it'll still pass electricity, but obviously it's gone. So the only thing to really do here is just to cut it back gently, get rid of as much of this old insulation as you can. Obviously we don't know if the actual alternator is good or not. We don't really know if that's good or not. And we could take a meter and put a meter on this, which is something like I could do right now, and see if it even passes continuity, or we'll have a resistance continuity kind of deal. So it's the regular meter. It's not like the meters that beeps, but we'll just put it on this, and so we got continuity, which is really good. And it's saying it's about 4 ohms, so it's probably working. Yeah, I don't know. Neighbor's dog decided, I guess, to come over and just plop down, take a nap. Different. Got this battery hooked up. Got it going up to our solenoid. Got the negative side coming up to the starter. We've disconnected the power from the SWITCHBOX, even though it's been going through the harness and it's not going anywhere. But it would be going back over to the voltage rectifier, which we have here. Even though it's still hooked up, it's not hooked up. I shrink wrap these. Of course, you got to take the ends off because you need to get the shrink wrap on. You're just kind of laying there. So if the alternator is working, which seems like it is, seems like it's got, well, I don't know if it own tests out, but it does have continuity, so probably works. Don't know. Distributor's not going to turn because we don't have a belt on it. And I've got my little remote set up, and I can't get a tab under this one, so I'm gonna put some water in here. I gotta go turn the water on, and then I got my good Mercury compression gauge, and we're gonna go down and see what kind of compression numbers we get in every cylinder. And we got our water turned on, so hopefully we'll figure out. I mean, this is probably gonna need a water pump if it's good. But no sense destroying it, so I might as well just turn a little water on. And I'm not even going to go crazy with it. I'm just going to barely turn it on, just so it keeps that water pump tight. I also put, our steering knuckle on here so that it won't just jerk all over the place. So let's see what it should do. Alright, that seems to work pretty good. Turn the water on, see what kind of compression we get. Oh yeah, wow. So it does help put some of that 2-cycle oil in the cylinders, because I mean, this is saying, of course, like I said, we got 2 cycles, but this is saying 160, 175. You see that? Read the numbers. So there's 160, 175. I've never seen one that much, ever. That's crazy. This will be number 2. So number 2, 175. Number 3. Okay, so this one is 155. And we're on number 4. Maybe 72. So we're on number 5. And we're at about let's say 168. 6. This is always the hard one to get in because it's way down here. So I cranked it pretty hard just to see if I could get water to pump up, and we didn't, so either something's clogged or needs a new water pump. Okay, so this one's a lot lower, and that happens a lot on these Mercuries. So we're at 155 on this one. Seems like the lower cylinder, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because on these inline 6s that the bottom cylinder doesn't get as much oil, and so it seems to always be the one that doesn't have as good a compression. And I don't know the reason for that other than it sits on the bottom and the oil just doesn't make its way down to it. You'd think it would be the opposite case. We're pretty good numbers: 175, 175, 155, 172, 168, 155. So number 3 and number 6 are the lowest cylinders at 155. So anyway, that's pretty amazing, really. So I can send that to the guy and let him know that she's definitely, like, if we can find spark and get spark,